Hello, my name is Devi Anastasia Budawati Teguh and I'm from Joglan. Today I will tell you about the characteristic of written language from writer view. First, permanence. Once something is written down and delivered in its final form to its intended audience, the writer abdicates or steps down a certain power. The power to change, to clarify, and to remove. Second one is production time. Writing assignments are usually planned to allow students to take a long time with it. By given appropriate stretch of time, a writer can indeed become a good writer by developing the efficient process for achieving the final product. Third, distance. It's anticipating the audience. The distance factor requires what might be termed cognitive empathy. The good writers can read their own writing from the perspective of mind of the targeted audience. Fourth, orthography. It's the art of writing words with proper letters according to a standard usage. It's the representation of sounds of a language by written or print symbol. Orthography is a part of language study that deals with letters and spelling. Fifth, complexity. Written texts are lexically intense compared to spoken language. They have regularly more lexical words than grammatical words. Written texts are shorter and have longer and more complex words and phrases. They have more have-noun based phrases and more nominalization. It's a convert into a noun and more lexical variation. Writers must learn discourse features of the written, how to create syntax and lexical variety, how to combine the sentence, etc. 6. Vocabulary. Written language is placed a heavier demand of vocabulary use than the speaking. So it's different. It's more heavy and more difficult. Formality. 7. More formality. Whether a student is texting a friend or writing an academic essay, there's a rules. The rules of written forms are not always easily mastered. And then next, I will tell you about micro skills and macro skills of writing. In writing, there are some aspects that have to be considered. Brown has summarized all those aspects into two main skills. There are micro skills and macro skills of writing. Later, they can be used in teaching writing as well as assessing writing. Those skills are described as follows. Micro skills. First, produce graphics and orthographic pattern of English. Second, produce writing at the efficient rate of speed to suit the purpose. Third, produce an acceptable core of words and use appropriate word and or to order patterns. And then fourth, use acceptable grammatical systems, patterns, and rules. Fifth, express a particular meaning in different grammatical forms. Sixth, use cohesive devices in written discourse. And then macro skills. First, use the rhetorical forms and convention of written discourse. Second, appropriately accomplish the communicative function of written text according to form and the purpose. Third, convey links and connection between events and communicative such as a main idea, supporting idea, new information, given information, generalization, and exemplification. And then fourth, distinguish between literal and implied meanings of writing. And then fifth, correctly convey culturally specific references in the context of the written text. And then sixth, the last one is develop the use of battery of writing strategies such as accurately accessing audience interpretation using pre-writing devices, writing with fluency, in the first draft, and then using the paraphrases and synonyms, and then soliciting peers and the instructor's feedback, and then using the feedback for revising and editing. In conclusion, we can say that the earlier micro skills apply more approximately to imitative and intensive type of writing performance, in which they manage to describe about the mechanical of writing and at the level of words such as cohesive devices, task verb, etc. On the other hand, the macro skills covered wider areas of writing, such as the form and the communicative purpose of the written, main ideas, wording idea, the literal and implied meaning writing, etc. Thus, it is not only about a word, but it is about the whole written text. I think that's all for me. Thank you for watching.